2 routes, 2 flag carriers, 4 airports, 8 engines. Today we are putting 2 of Europe's largest legacy carriers up against each other to compete in the sport of long haul. For our stars of the show, first we got Castrop Rauxel, the A340-300 representative of Lufthansa. She will be performing LH446 Frankfurt to Denver. Second, we got some unnamed A380 representative of British Airways, and she will be performing BA296 Chicago O'Hare to London Heathrow. These noble quad jets have been selected for their tremendous effort in being the only long-haul jets of these airlines that I've reviewed. But yeah, I'm confident in them. I'm sure they'll do their best to impress me. Let's go fly! Hello from Frankfurt, Germany, and from Chicago, Illinois. I recently did a poll on my channel asking viewers whether Lufthansa or British Airways was the best option. Both of these airlines are some of Europe's largest legacy carriers, both of which you could likely end up on if you're flying overseas to Europe. They both have bases in major layover airports. For British Airways it's London Heathrow, and for Lufthansa it's Frankfurt and Munich. It was a close vote, but Lufthansa ended up with the majority preference, which surprised me in some way, given how much Lufthansa has been criticized in these past few years. But I figured I'd see for myself. I mean, if I directly take experiences I've had with these airlines and compared them, maybe my own opinion will surprise me. In this video I'm doing long haul specifically, but if this video does well, I'll consider comparing short haul too. Unfortunately, I'm unable to compare prices as these flights were parts of multi-stop trips with different airlines in the mix. Here's the Lufthansa representative at gate Z50, Delta Alpha India Golf uniform, a 22-year-old Airbus A340-300 with the nickname Castrop Rauxel, my 10-hour ride to Denver. And the British Airways representative is this double-decker A380, Golf X-Ray Lima Echo Juliet, my 7-hour ride to London parked at gate M17, aka the spot where M11 used to be. I get that these two aircraft types aren't the best mix when it comes to accurately comparing the airlines. However, I currently don't have any plans to fly on British Airways, and the next Lufthansa flight I'm booked on is an A350, which I'll film as a trip report, but the A350 isn't any better of a comparison to the A380 than the A340 is. At least the LH A340 shares one clear thing in common with the BA A380, that being both interiors are not the most updated in the airline fleets. Now that we're on board, let's compare the seats. They're actually pretty similar, both with comfortable padding material and adjustable headrests. The legroom is also similar, both average for long haul. One difference is the fact that the British Airways tray table is double extending, but I don't really care about that. However, I found the British Airways seats to be more comfortable as they were significantly wider. I know, this is the A380, but I looked it up, and apparently British Airways has this same seat width throughout their entire long haul fleet, so British Airways is getting the point for the seat. Both airlines have really good quality blankets, and that's one thing I like about both of them. There weren't any pillows on the Lufthansa flight, unlike on the British Airways one. However, this British Airways flight was overnight and the Lufthansa one wasn't. And that's a common thing I see on European and US long haul, where they only offer pillows on overnights. I still have yet to fly in an overnight with Lufthansa. Both airlines handed out earbuds for the seatback screens. However, Lufthansa also gave out cleaning wipes, which British Airways did not do. I don't know why they didn't on this flight. I've taken them on short haul and they sometimes do, but not today. Also, Lufthansa has a built-in cup holder on their tray tables, and this is the case throughout most of their fleet. I find these very helpful and I wish more airlines had them, but British Airways does not, so yeah, point to Lufthansa for amenities. And now, it's time our quadjets take the skies. Let's do a run-through of the in-flight catering. Lufthansa's cabin crew started by serving a choice of drinks, from which I chose Sprite, and then the main hot meal, and finally a pre-landing snack bin. British Airways was similar, starting with a drink choice from which I chose apple juice, a hot meal which was dinner in this case, and a warm breakfast sandwich as a pre-landing snack. But British Airways also went the extra mile by offering another drink service with a choice of coffee or tea in the middle of the flight. I went for the tea, so it looks to me like British Airways will be getting a point for service. Now we'll be taking a look at the food itself. Both airlines had two choices for the hot meal. On Lufthansa I chose the lasagna, on British Airways I went for the tomato pasta. This is a hard comparison for me because I enjoyed the main course on British Airways a lot more. However, Lufthansa had better side dishes and a better dessert. So you know, I'm just gonna give them a tie for the hot meal. No points to either of them. Obviously, when it comes to long-haul flights, a good selection of in-flight entertainment is important, and that was the case for Lufthansa. They had a ton of movies, TV shows, some games, and more on the screens. The only problem was that the screens were a bit unresponsive, but even then, they were gaming PCs compared to those on British Airways. They were super laggy and took multiple clicks to get anything going. Also, their collection of entertainment wasn't nearly as extensive. I don't even need to say who was getting the point here. I'm giving the airlines a tie for cabin crew. I've taken a few flights with both these airlines and they're always very friendly, and I can tell they enjoy what they do. Not just with Lufthansa and British Airways actually, just European travel in general. The final thing I'm going to score is the pre-landing food. Lufthansa we had a wrap with yogurt and some manna or hazelnut sticks. On British Airways it was a hot ham and cheese breakfast sandwich. It's always nice getting something warm for breakfast. This was a hard choice, but I think I'm gonna have to give it to Lufthansa as there was more stuff, and I can't lie, that wrap was delicious. I can't really describe why. I just loved it a lot, so yeah, point to Lufthansa. Welcome to London, and welcome to Denver, Colorado. Final score is 3-2 with Lufthansa taking the win for long haul. These airlines are pretty similar in terms of quality, and I know I've criticized Lufthansa a lot, but that was mostly because they used to be much better than they are now. But they still have something going for them in my opinion, and if any of you have a different opinion, or if you have your own thoughts, please leave them down in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. Goodbye.